Hi guys, I thought I was on the subject of videos. This is the third video I made today, which is great, isn't it? So I've been very busy and productive on The Sims. I've made loads of things recently. So I obviously made Lara, which was an absolute delight. And then I decided, did I make anything in between or was it straight to the Helium? So I've made the Zelda cast. Now I'm really proud of them. I think they really look like them. I was making Link, I'd made Zelda already. I hate the fact that The Sims allows you to identify as a pineapple. Allows underwear that's supposed to tuck away your penis. My Sim was in it today though. I changed the other costumes. Like, why are you wearing that fucking dick tucking fucking underwear? You're a woman, you don't even need it. I'm sure it works with teens as well. So they allow you to put pronouns in. They allow you to get pregnant as a man. I'm sure you can do this if you allow men to get pregnant in the settings. But they don't allow you to have pointy ears as a human. That's so weird. You can put your pronouns as a gooseberry or a pineapple, but you can't have pointy ears as a person. It's just fucking quirky and weird. So I had to make them all fucking spellcasters. I fucking hate editing a spellcaster. Vampires have pointy ears, but they're a vampire, so I didn't want to go there with some of these. At least they know their fucking place. They start going and you point the camera at the face and they stop. Sorry about that, I was being a bit rebellious with my vampire shenanigans. But God, the spellcasters just don't know when to stop fucking doing their shit. They just don't know how to fucking behave themselves. They're so pleased. I'm born. I'm fucking born. I am a spellcaster. You guys, you chose spellcaster. That's a great choice. Ha, shana boo, sneaky beesnog. Every time you take the camera slightly away from them. It pisses me off anyway when you are editing a sim. As soon as the camera comes away, they're like, look at me! Aren't I fabulous? They just can't fucking help themselves. They have to fucking move all of the time. I'm just trying to fucking see the shape of your nose and what clothes you're wearing. I don't need you to fucking smell like a maniac. Just put the camera slightly away. Just want to see the face a little bit further. Look at me, I'm animating. Can you just stop animating for 5 fucking minutes? Thank you. For 2 seconds. Can you do that? It's just 2 seconds. And then aliens, vampires, spellcasters. These are the only things you can put pointy ears on. I hate the fact you can't have pointy ears as a human. This is something the Sims are like, no, we can't allow that. So they're all fucking spellcasters. So I made Zelda. I had a picture of her. I had several pictures of her. I really based her around the Twilight Princess one, but also Ocarina of Time. I really worked on her. Really worked hard on the face, really trying to get the eye shape down, the face shape down, the nose shape down, just make her look as much like Zelda as I could possibly do. So then I moved on to Link and I didn't even register, I just put create sim and I'm working on his face shape and his eyes. I'm fucking really proud of it. Not now, we'll have a talk about that, but not now. I worked on his eye shape and everything. I worked a good sort of 15-20 minutes just getting his eyes and his kind of face generally shaped, and then I went on his ears and I was like, oh, he's a human. He can't have pointy ears. And they have to have pointy ears. It's just the way it is. They're elves. The charm of them, making them, is the pointy ears. So I read you could become a vampire and then use a code, console code, to get rid of the vampire traits. So I got to chat with Caleb. It really didn't take long. Hello, what's your name? I'm Caleb. I'm the hot vampire guy. I'm fucking Eve. Boy loves me. But don't talk about video games when you're flirt about video games. I get very upset about that. I see you bragging about how good your Tetris skills are. I'm going to get really sad for several fucking days. But yeah, I could get turned within seconds. So I became a vampire because someone else was asking, how do you make humans have pointy ears? You can't. EA doesn't allow it. So somebody else had asked. So I did that, and then I did the console code after we tuned into a vampire. I'm a fucking vampire. I'll fucking enjoy that short mo. I can't link because I'm taking it away. And it was fine. But then Marcus was like, does he still have pointy ears? And I was like, no. Hello, darkness, my old friend. It's time to talk with you again. So I scrapped him. I still kept him because I worked hard on him. And then I made another link as a spellcaster. Can you just fucking stop? And even if you take the camera close, they just fucking continue really close. No bullshit. Abracadabra. Fucking stop.
Beshni, Lola, Sulius Beshni, and Theory, Beshni, Scubafa Ta, Sulius, the Theory's a cop.
Can you just fucking stop? I love this link way better than the original one. I think the original one is the link we have at home when we ask our mum for a link. But originally, he was gonna be my link. But I worked on him again and he looks so much cuter now. Like his face is younger looking and I just think he really looks like Link. I really tried to work hard on their faces so they should look a little bit like the characters. So then I made Dark Link. I was like, I have to make Dark Link. I made Link third. Then after I made Zelda, I made Breath of the Wild Zelda because there's that really short bob. It's really nice. It looks quite similar. It hasn't got braids and shit, but to me it looks quite similar in Breath of the Wild too. I wanted to make the second one because they have long hair, but it's not exactly what you need. So the face, I made her a sister, her twin, so it's the sisters are doing it for themselves. But she was really fun because she's got massive eyes. She's so different. She's got green eyes now, but she's a lot more curvaceous because there was also a thing about Zelda's butt, wasn't there? A bit of a meme about it. Zelda's butt, like it's just there it is, Zelda's butt. Then I made Dark Link. Now instead of like making him a twin, which I should have done, I wanted to give him a completely different face shape. I made him a vampire because obviously he's not going to be a wee snappy spellcaster, is he? Because one, I can't be fucking bothered with that right now. I've already had to deal with 3 of them doing their spells all the fucking time. I gave him the spooky walk. Because it's the most fitting to his character. It's not supposed to be nice, it's supposed to be all the negative shit about Link. No, Dark Link, it'd be the evil Link. So I made him do the spooky walk, which I've never done before. I didn't realise how incredibly slow this walk is. He was walking once down the corridor and Zelda needed the toilet and she waddled past him in a slow, which you need to speed up, fucking get to the toilet. She fucking overtook him. It's like a race. No, Zelda's won, sorry. He came round the kitchen, he's obsessed with cleaning up plates. I didn't make him neat, but he's the one that will go around and collect all the plates. One time the plate stack was like this. Couldn't even see him for it. Yeah, he came out the kitchen once with his hand in spooky formation. He had a plate in the other. It was just so entertaining. Yeah, I'm fucking coming to do my dishes. The sink had better be empty because I need to fucking wash this plate. I need to fucking do it now. It just takes him 4 years to get anywhere. One time we got up, I put him in hibernate in the coffin and he had 40 minutes to go to work. By the time he walked from the coffin, which was in the bottom, because I've downloaded a Hyrule Castle as well for them all to live in. It's really, really good. It's a really good build. I did have problems with it. I'll talk about that soon if I remember. But yeah, by the time he got up from the basement, up the stairs, it was time to go to work and he had to just leave. So this castle was amazing. I downloaded it originally and I didn't realise at the time it had 1 bedroom and nothing else. It was just a very, very shell of a castle. It was really great. It had fireplaces in it and everything, towers and a moat around the outside, which they just have to fucking swim in. But there was nothing in it. I didn't realise when Link was going, oh, I need the toilet. So I was like, well, go to the toilet then. He just wouldn't go. And then I looked around the castle and was like, oh, there's no bathrooms at all. He decided to put bathrooms in and I didn't like what I'd done. So I removed a few things. I did some bedrooms. I still don't know the layout of this castle. I've been living in it for weeks, about a week and a half. And I still don't know where anything is. It's just that they're all like the bathrooms and the TV room, the entertainment room and bathrooms are all on the same level. It's just round in a circle. But I just go round 5 times. I can't find Link's bedroom. Sometimes it's just behind me, but I've gone round the other way because I don't know where it is. I don't know where anything is here. I'm still fucking learning it. There was always I'm so uncomfortable with the decor. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Everybody felt this way. I'm so fucking uncomfortable. Something about the walls or the floor doesn't feel right. I'm like, what have you seen this place? It's beautifully decorated. What the fuck? So I started putting up paintings in case there's no art. No fucking art. We're so sophisticated and cultured. We need art on the walls. And even that didn't improve. And I was like, what could the problem be? Because the floor's down, the wallpaper's there. And then I noticed there's loads of like towers and shit that ain't got wallpaper in. And I'm like, is it because there's like loads of walls that aren't wallpapered? Even though they technically can't see it. It's so funny, isn't it? It's like me going, there's not paint inside my walls. I can't sleep at night knowing it's not decorated inside. Why does it bother them? But they knew. They fucking knew that there weren't wallpaper and floor tiles in these. So I had to decorate all of these towers. Every single wall, every single floor. I had to really go up and down the towers to make sure I got all the walls and all the floors. Sometimes there was a tiny little floor tile inside the top of the towers. And I had to really go around and make sure every single wall was decorated because they just was permanently uncomfortable. And I'm like, it must be this. What else would it be? And once I've done that, everybody's like, decor's fabulous. So fabulously decorated in here. It's like it was before. Just the inside of the walls weren't decorated. How the fuck did you know about it? So that was a problem I had, but I fixed it and now it's a really great castle to live in. I love it. It's such a good build. Then I made, who the fuck did I make next? I think it was Midna. I made Midna. Well, God, Midna was really hard work. You can't just make a blue girl with red hair. I'm sorry, she's not even blue. She's like a grey colour. It was really difficult getting the skin tone because you can only do so much with the colours provided and the sliders. So I tried my best. I got quite a pale grey actually. I was quite pleased by the colour. I don't know how the hell I found it, but I did. I found it. It was in the blue category. I don't even know. I have an eyelash in my eye. Why do eyelashes are there to stop things going in your eye? It's always eyelashes that are in your eye. The irony of it. Irony. Yes, so Midna. She's very difficult. I really needed to get the face right because I've really tried to make them look like the characters. I've really tried. Getting her fashion down is near impossible. You need 100 billion packs to be able to get her. I had a skirt on her originally. I didn't like it, even though it was the most fitting to her costume. It was the colour was wrong. Like, it didn't come in black. It came in like colours because it was from the island living. But yeah, I really tried to make Midna look like Midna. I think she's gorgeous. At first I was like, she's a bit weird, isn't she? But she's got a massive nose. And I'm totally down for that because when I make a mermaid or anything a little bit not human, I really bring the bridge of the nose out. I really give them a big schnoz. That the forehead's as far out, the brow's as far out as it can go, this is as far out as it can go. And the nose is, it's like really sloped and really like massive, like a good nose. Good massive nose there. But I really like her face. I think she's really beautiful actually. She's really weird, but she's gorgeous in my opinion. Oh, the makeup, goddamn. She's got about 4 different fucking makeups on her face. The one that made me think the most of her is from, I think it's the Spellcasters or something, or Get to Work. It's very sharp down the nose, it's colour here, and there's a big dark brow shape, and it's kind of perfect for Midna. So I was always wanting this. The occasional look she has, she doesn't have this, she just has her natural brows out. Most of the time she's got this makeup look on, and it's perfect for us. I had to set it at every single fucking costume. They need a setting that allows you to set for every, like, preference, all looks. I don't know why this isn't a thing. All looks this makeup, please, because I had to, on several of them, go through the different costumes and make sure the makeup was set and the right opacity, because I made them all different opacities. She's got 4 fucking things on her face, and to set this on every single costume customly was a nightmare. Also with Mifa was the same. Mifa was a nightmare to set the makeup on because she's got red on her nose. Mifa was hard. At first I went for the completely red look because she's red with white, which really balances things out. But there is no way to do that in The Sims, so I had to use the, I think it's supposed to be sunscreen on the nose and the cheeks to give the white appearance, white on the face. And I used the vampire, everybody uses this vampire hair with the fringe because it's kind of the shape of her head. So most people actually have used it because I had to look at the gallery to get ideas because I'd made her and I thought, I just absolutely hate her. We don't talk about Red Mifa. Red Mifa is something we just don't speak about. It's like Fight Club. We don't talk about the red meatball. We don't ever talk about the red meatball. It just doesn't ever come up. And if you talk about the red meatball, we will have to shoot you. So I looked on the gallery and I saw people had white with red highlights and red accents, and I was like, that is just such more of a clever way of going about it than making them completely fucking red. I couldn't even get the red really to work with my Meredith, where she had a lot of dark eyes, dark makeup, dark lipstick, dark hair, just dark, red and dark, and red and black. You can get it to work, you can balance it out, but even that was a challenge. So getting it to work with Mifa, who's got very delicate facial features, because her mouth I made really small because she's got a really tiny mouth, so it was really, really hard getting this to work. So I was like, I just got ideas from people, just do white with red accents. It's just such a clever idea. So that's what I did, but then I did the sun cream on the nose because this is the only one you could turn red, so I did that. So she had a red nose, she has the red smudge over the eyes and red eyeliner, and it looks really great. I tried to do as much red on her body, like with tattoos if it allows, but in the end I really like her. I think she's got a beautiful face. She's got a very ginger looking face. It's the only way I can explain it. She looks really, her features are very delicate looking. She's got massive eyes, because they've all got massive eyes, because that's what they all do, is explain massive eyes, but the mouth is tiny and the nose is quite big on her. Actually, I did have a really prominent one to try and look like her shark face, but it looked really strange because you can't bring the whole face out. You can bring this out and you can bring this out, so it was just like this shape and it just didn't look good. I needed the whole face to come out in a rounded shape, but it's not possible. So I made her nose a little bit bigger than normal, but it's still okay. So yeah, made her, and Ruto as well. Ruto was the base of somebody else's, but kind of I designed her whole face differently, because they always have to have a very special face, my mermaids. They've always got to have a really, like, say, big nose. Yo, we're in a different location. Isn't that exciting? God, I'm splicing out for you today. So the lighting's a bit weird because it's not my normal space. It's a bit hard to get right. So yeah, the mermaids. I love I really can't get sick of the mermaid noise that they make. You can't even mimic it, just say it's just the flappy arms. I think it's so great. So I also made Melon. She was really nice to make because she's got such a friendly face. Like, I quite often like bringing the corners of the mouth down and making them look quite serious. I do this often in the dark mermaid form. I make the mouth look really somber and sad looking and miserable and full of sorrows. But with her, she's got a really smiley face. Like, it's almost this shape. It's like, but it's really fucking smiley. Smiley, Melon, smiley. So just, and then last night, I've been really busy, I swear. Last night, I decided to make some fairies from Zelda. So I made the first one based on the pink menace that likes to screech, laugh your ears to bleeding from Ocarina of Time. I based it on her, so she's curves ahoy to a point it's quite scary. Like, she's not fat, she's definitely curvaceous, but she's got a lot of hip and a lot of butt going on, and she walks around in her underwear because it was the best I could do, really. It's accurate to like a leafy dress or something. So there's 3 sisters and a brother fairies. I did want to make the really, really fat monstrosities from Breath of the Wild. I've seen people editing these fairies and they just look so much nicer. I actually would like to go and see those fairies in the fairy fountains, actually. If they look like that, I would want to go and see them. I really don't like visiting the fairies in Breath of the Wild. I just could have gone my entire life without seeing these fairies. I just don't know what the fucking point of them. Just make them fat because it fits today's times. Fairies are not fat. How the fuck are they gonna fly? Just so frightening, and the fact they always want to kiss and touch Link is just not okay. Do you not know about personal space? Yes, you can upgrade my pants, but I'd like to be wearing them at the time, thank you. Ocarina of Time's fairies were just whores, basically. Whores with their whore thigh-high boots, and in a boot is just too seductive, and I'm not fucking prepared for it. What's those plastic wrap? Who's being murdered? They're stinging little outfits. Just vines. I just got vines covering my tits. I'm talking to a child in my vine tit coverage. Come whizzing out of the fucking fountain. Screech laughing as they leave the fountain. I'm a-coming, here I come. I'm the most overwhelming fucking thing you will ever fucking see. Pink hair, big eyes, lots of fucking thigh-high boots and skin-tight fucking vines. hair and nails coming out of the fucking fairy fountain. It's so frightening, isn't it? Great Fairy is a great fairy, and now so wow, how exciting. Great fairy, but she's beautiful. She's a little overwhelming on the overwhelming side, but I guess she's beautiful. Whoring her way out of the fairy fountain to give you some power. I have an upgrade for your link. Would you like to receive it now? If I say yes, can I leave quicker, please? They were like that in the in Twilight Princess. Too many Zelda. Majora's Mask, weren't they? But they had different colour hair: blue ones, green ones, pink ones, yellow ones, orange ones, red ones. So I did make some fairies, but they're beautiful fairies, and I did think about making the big fat monstrosities, and I might still do it because the idea was rather fucking entertaining, to be honest. Put them in a tiny little house. 8 of them. 8 of these big fucking fairy women. See how they get on. That could be really funny. Maybe I'll make a video about that. I think if I did make those other ones, I'd make the mermaids. Other people have done that too. It makes sense because they're in a fountain. Pruny fucking bitches in the fucking fountain. Please give me money. Come across this pod. What's this pod? Your hand comes out. Can you give me some money, young man? Please don't be afraid. I'm not afraid right now because we're in the pod and I can't see you. But knowing I give you 100 rupees and you just fucking come on time. Fucking here. Can you go back in, please? God damn.
Glór Treca. Tu fluingsta. Trebem? Onde? Sweet Magda. Cheers. Trebem. Skiba Yamoob. Sorban Nurks. Obisha. Free Bono. Boombraza. Huh? Yes.
Zobe, Benorvizoi, Organ Den's Bazaar.
Hey! Excuse me, princess. Hey! Excuse me, princess.
Yes. Wanush, Harfse, Kush Bafimse, Vadimesha.
Quimba.
Tilmoin.
Lagenzo.
Lumina Quar.
Pofale Nardu.
Slefinosh.
Happy Am,
Glimu.
Barney.
Well, excuse me, princess.